Alright guys, brunch about 10 o'clock. I am having eggs on coconut flour tortillas with some parm and a little hot sauce, salt and pepper. That's it. And starting on my water, already done with my coffee. Good morning guys, welcome to the channel. Those of you that are new, I'm Lindy, aka Paleobarbie. I have been sick, obviously. I've told you guys that if you follow along on everything. I still have COVID. I tested again today and I'm positive. My husband tested negative. So, yeah, that's what life is right now. But yes, I'm still going to start my day 1 75 hard today because I can still walk and I can still do yoga. I could probably still do some weights too if I wanted to. I mean, I don't feel great, but I don't feel like I'm on death's door. You know what I mean? Blessed for that. I feel a lot better than I felt over the weekend. And but yeah, so I did yoga with Adrian for my first workout. I did it over 15 minutes, I think, because I did some other stretching after she actually finished and laid there for a little bit. But I'm gonna go for a walk later on to get my second workout in. So still can do it. If you don't have the ability to do hard workouts, you can still do it. So just letting you know. Anyways, for lunch, I didn't get a video, but I took a picture. I'm going to show you that now. But you saw what I had for breakfast. And yeah, so I will show you more later on. All right, guys, got my headphones, sunglasses. I'm headed out to get my second workout done. I'm going to do a outdoor walk. All right, guys, back from my walk, working on my water. About half of this half-gallon left, and this is my second one, so doing really well on the water. I think that having the virus has helped me get ready for doing 75 hard again, because I still was drinking a lot of water, but I wasn't quite drinking two half gallons or a whole gallon of water a day in my last couple months. Because I've been super thirsty. I've been drinking a lot, so it's helped me get ready for 75. And I'm sure I'll even drink more after I drink this thing, so I'm good to go with that. If you haven't seen it already, this is where my Snoopy tree was at Christmas. This is now a Valentine tree, because my trees make me happy. So I'll always usually turn this one or one of the other little ones into a Valentine tree, and then it will become a Mardi Gras tree after that. And then I'll let my husband put it away until Christmas time again. We have never done a Halloween tree, but getting it out that early would be more of a pain than keeping it up a little bit longer, if that makes sense. But anyways, I digress. I've had a few people ask me, why in the world would you start 75 hard when you have COVID? Because exercise is good for you when you're sick. Even if you do light exercise, it's really good for you. Helps your body heal. And so that's one reason. The other reason is I feel like I'm losing my train of thought. I feel like, okay, this is what I'm trying to say as I digress again. I have a schedule I wanted to keep for the year for the whole Live Hard program. I have goals I want to do. And so the group that I'm doing it with, us starting on February 1st, lines up everything perfectly to where when we're doing all the phases, they fall where we want them to fall. They don't mess up our Christmas and all the things, right? So that is why. But also, if you've listened to Andy Frisella, the guy that created 75 Hard, it's a mental toughness program. So I think the definition of mental toughness would be to do something like this when you aren't quite 100% yet, right? Now, I'm not going to do anything to make myself sicker or anything like that. I'm not crazy. But, there are lots of forms of exercise. So I can start out with this first week lighter, maybe with my walking and my yoga and things like that. Just as long as I get my 2 workouts in, one outdoors and one indoors, for 45 minutes each. Those count. But yeah, so if you're new here and you're wondering what in the world is all this 75 hard business that she's talking about, I have a whole playlist of the first time I did it, and I explained what it is and everything. And but I can give you some information, so just let me know in the comments if you want to. But if I remember, I'll link the announcement video of when I was doing it originally. But anyways, so that's my thing. I've got everything done except drink my water, so I'm good to go. So I'm gonna relax here and then go make some sheet pan fajitas for dinner, and I will show you guys that. All right, so before I put the sheet pan fajitas in the oven, I'm going to do a little bit of meal prep. I have a bunch of egg whites, well, 3 containers of it that expire on the 2nd. So I want to make sure I use them up. I don't want anything going to waste. So I'm going to make egg white breakfast muffins. I'm going to use up some spinach that needs to get used. I'm going to do some of them with the goat cheese and some with some cheddar and some tomatoes as well. And a couple of them I'm going to do, the ones with the cheddar, I'm going to put some ham in. So that is what I'm doing. I'm just going to throw these together, stick them in the oven at 350. Also add some salt, pepper, you know, the usual. I'll show you these when they're all put together and then put them in the oven. All right, so I've got them ready to go in the oven. These 6 are going to be the goat cheese with the spinach and tomato. They all have garlic and salt and pepper in them. And then these 6 have the spinach and tomatoes, but they also have cheddar and ham. So these are all going in the oven. All right, so while the muffins are in the oven, I went ahead and threw this together for dinner. Sometimes I cut it up before I cook it, sometimes I don't. But this is just for sheet pan fajitas. I'll cut this up after. I'm just not feeling it. I'll do it afterwards. So when the muffins come out, this will go in the oven at 375. When all this cooks, we'll just put it in some low-carb tortillas or whatever kind you like and make fajita tacos. All right, so the muffins are done, and now I'm going to put this in to get cooked for dinner. So these are cool, and then I'll put them in the fridge for this week to eat. All right, so this is dinner, the sheet pan fajitas. We cut up the meat, we added some cheese, some sour cream, some salsa, and a little bit of guac it's like a half of one of those guacamole minis. And that is dinner on coconut flour tortillas. All right, guys, just finished up all my water after we ate. I've done everything today for day 1 of 75 hard. I'm gonna check that off. Day 1 is complete. All right, for breakfast, I made some Good Culture cottage cheese, about 6 scraped tomatoes cut up with some everything bagel, and these are the muffins I made yesterday. I'm going to go ahead and have 3 since I don't have any bacon or anything to go with them. If I was having bacon, I'd probably just have 2, but I'm really hungry, and yeah, so that's what we're having, plus my coffee that you saw me make. All right, getting my first workout done. I'm out on the bike. I know I look like a hot mess. I really feel worse than I did yesterday. But which is why I chose to do the bike instead of walking, because I kind of wanted to be close to the house. Because I'm feeling weak or whatever, you know. So I'm just being realistic. So yeah, the struggle is real. I'm not quitting though. I'm just gonna be listening to my body and doing what I need to do, and then I'll go take a hot bath and do yoga later. But anyway, welcome to day 2. All right, guys, for lunch, I made some chicken soup, and I put the Miracle noodles in there for the noodles. I didn't want to use up my palmini noodles because I only have like 4 boxes left, so I want them for pasta nights. But yeah, so that's what I'm having. Make me feel better, hopefully. I used my bone broth that I made. Plus, I cooked the chicken in the Instant Pot and used the broth that made as well. And, you know, season it. Spinach, rotel, some onion, and celery also. right, y'all. Hardly can talk. Breakfast this morning, 3 pieces of bacon cooked in the air fryer, the egg white muffins, and some avocado that is just about overdue to get eat. But it's still fine. I'll eat it. I'm not going to let it go to waste. And coffee with collagen and nut pods, as you saw. Good morning, guys. Welcome to day 3 of 75 Hard. Feeling much better than I felt yesterday, but still not great, but better definitely than yesterday. Well, we have some sleet outside and wintry weather, so I'm going to start with my indoor workout, and then later on I will, once it like is just cold and there's not wet stuff falling, I'm going to go out and ride the bike and bundle up. So that will be today's plan. Last night I had the same dinner that I had for lunch, so I didn't video. I just put a picture in because I figured it's the same exact thing, that soup, which I may have for lunch today, so we'll see. Yeah, so that's what's going on. Fixing to go do my first workout. I'm trying to debate whether I'm going to do yoga or do a little bit of arm weights and some abs and stuff. I might do a combination of all 3, but I'll put in here later what I do so I can show it to you guys. All right, for lunch, guys, I'm having some of the leftover soup from yesterday with a cheese quesadilla with some salsa. This is on the coconut flour tortillas, and I just made it in the pan. All right, guys, it's time for my outdoor workout. It's still snow flurries a little bit out here, but I'm getting the bike ride done, and I'm bundled up, a couple of layers on here to keep warm. All right, for dinner, guys, I made pork chops in the oven, and I used paprika, salt, pepper, garlic, and some of the Swerve brown sugar, smoked paprika. Green beans, made my southern style, and then these are Red Lobster Cheddar Bay keto biscuits. So that is what's for dinner. All right, guys, finishing up the day. Just finished all my water a little while ago and did all the things on my list. So I'm going to check off my water. That was the last thing. So completed day 3. All right, guys, kind of a slow start to my morning. Woke up still kind of really congested and tired. But anyway, this is breakfast. Bacon as yesterday and 2 of those egg white muffins. And that's what I'm starting out with, plus coffee. Hey guys, welcome to day 4. Yeah, it is a struggle bus, let me tell you, with this plague stuff, sickness, virus, whatever you want to call it. I go back and forth. Like I feel like really, really good one minute, and the next minute I'm just mostly fatigued. Like my throat is 100 times better than it was last week. Now it's just congestion and extreme fatigue, and then off and on headache here and there. But yeah, so I'm just pushing through, trying to get things done on my list, and hopefully by next week I'll be feeling like a regular person. I'm hoping. I hear people say that the fatigue lasts longer for some people, but I didn't lose my sense of taste or smell, so that's good. I had like some days where I felt where I couldn't not that I couldn't taste it, but the food was very bland. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I think that was from the throat thing. But anyways, yeah, so I'm just been kind of resting in between doing my tasks for 75 Hard today. I'm about to go in a few minutes on my outdoor walk because I think the ice has subsided enough that we can walk around the neighborhood without slipping and sliding, so we'll see. We're going to test it out anyways, but I'm going to have my husband go along with me just in case I need a little grab onto him. If I go down, he goes down, so that's what it's going to be. But anyway, yeah, that's what's happening. So, yeah, so dinner's probably going to be leftovers, so it's going to be pretty boring. And I am still tracking, but I probably won't remember to put every meal in here this week because of how I've been feeling. So give me grace on that. And the other weeks I will show more macros. It's just hard to get it all done when you're not feeling great. So, but yeah, so I will show you leftover whatever I have later on after my walk. All right, headed out for the outdoor workout. All right, guys, for dinner, I'm eating leftovers, basically a pork chop and some green beans, and then I whipped up a side salad to go with it. So that's what we're having. All right, guys, finished up my water, so I'm finishing up day 4. There we go. All right, for breakfast, I used some leftover fajita meat and peppers and onions and made a scramble. So I put it on coconut flour tortillas with some salsa and cheese. Of course, there's my coffee that you guys saw me make. All right, for lunch, y'all, I took some of the leftover salad from last night and defrosted some already cooked shrimp and added some spices. And that is what we're having for lunch. All right, guys, we are headed out for our outdoor walk. All right, guys, we got back from our walk. We've just been watching some TV, and I whipped up some dinner. I cooked some chicken breast tenderloins in the air fryer and put some of the Danos seasoning and some Redmond's real salt. This is the G Hughes Yum Yum sauce, and then I made some steamed broccoli with cheese and added sour cream and bacon to make loaded broccoli. And that is what we're having for dinner. All right, so I just finished up the rest of my water, and I just did all of the things today. So we are done with day 5. Good morning, guys. Welcome to day 6 of 75 Hard. Today I'm not going to film when I'm eating because I'm going to film dinner tonight. It's going to be a segment of what's cooking, and that'll be up later this week. But because that way I can get this edited and get it up to y'all by tomorrow. For Monday. And I just wanted to give you an update on the week and how I'm feeling. I still have all this nonsense going on. I'm going to retest today. Hopefully I will still just be having all this but not be testing positive anymore. That's my hope anyway. I'm not running any fever, haven't been for a couple of days, so hoping my test will come out negative, sorry. My brain is so, this is the main thing that's left right now is sore throat is gone, but what's left is off and on a headache, like a sinus headache, and this congestion, like sounding like I have a cold kind of thing, and especially in the morning, and fatigue. So, and also some like weird aches and pains and inflammation that I know are not thyroid related, but are because of this, because yeah, they're just strange. But yeah, it was a really good week for 75 Hard, considering starting it with the stupid virus. And I've been listening to my body. So like you saw, I was been walking or riding the bike and doing yoga, and I did one arm / ab or whatever workout. So I've got my 2 workouts in a day without making my body, overexerting my body is what I'm trying to say. So always, even when you're not sick, listen to your body. But my biggest takeaway, especially, I knew this beforehand, but because I try to move even when I'm not feeling well. But I don't often get the flu and things like this. Of course, this is like totally different than anything we've ever dealt with. But exercising helps because the endorphins help your body to heal. So it's good to do something, even if it's just yoga or a walk. It really does help. I know you feel like just laying in bed, but it really does help. So, overall, I think it was a good week. I didn't show you macros for everything just because, like I said, I wasn't feeling up to it. But next week I'll try to be more on with that. But my macros aren't going to be the same as your macros anyway. But it's just to give you an idea of what the things I'm eating have in them, etc. So yeah, there goes my air dryer. See, I told y'all, my brain. Air fryer. Anyway, I just want to thank you guys for watching. I hope this week helped motivate you, even though I'm kind of like a slug. But next week hopefully will be a lot more motivating and helpful and all that. So leave a comment down below. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next week.